Hello and welcome, my friends. We are going to talk about nationalist China today. I'm Tino, and China is super powerful. Starts weak as all nations, but you can transform it into a superpower. Let me show you just this. The year is 39 and we have 75 civilian factories, and we use no consumer goods. This means that we have a 100% reinvestment and we can skyrocket the economy. We have driven also the Japanese out of China, and the casualties are just 35k against 1 point something million. And we even have an exit yet one cyclic, that is our puppet, also Xibei Sanma and Shanki. We have about 35 more civilian factories. You can annex them with political decisions by using some decisions here, so it's not hard at all. But as China, you start with many problems, so we are going to talk about that and how to fix that, and also the templates that I used to achieve this victory. And if you are in Paradoxian channel, please subscribe here. It's Tino Dua English. I created this channel 2 weeks ago, so I hope to find you here. I will keep moving stuff from Paradoxian to here. So let's start. As we have already mentioned, China is powerful. You have plenty of space, plenty of manpower, but there is an immediate danger. In the year 35, Japan is going to attack you in the north, and they are going to do plenty of landings, so you must cover all the ports and also the north. You can give territory and postpone the war, but I recommend you confront them right away. Also, you have Mao Zedong here, the next president of the Communist China. They are going to beat you in a civil war, and they are going to take over Nationalist China. And Nationalist China is going to be transformed into Taiwan. So you are going to end up here if you don't confront this guy early. So these two are your most dangerous threats, immediate threats. You start with several problems. One is the Nine Power Treaty, a treaty from, I think that was from the Opium War, where all the European nations attacked China and they forced them to trade with opium. And also they have forced China to have free trade. Not sure it was that war, but it's okay. So what does that mean? It means that you cannot change your policy from free trade. Let me see. We have here free trade, and you cannot change this. This is not that bad because it will increase your production speed, your production output, your civilian factories will work better, and you're going to be exporting all your goods. So you're going to be needing to import all the goods from outside, but you're going to be skyrocket, as I already said, your economy, because you're going to be building very fast. I recommend you puppet this nation here. Once you click it, they have tons of materials, so by using just a single trade deal with them, you're going to be spending just one civilian factory, and you're going to be getting all the resources you need from them. Take a look at this, Well, they are not our puppet yet, but when you puppet them, you can get about 80 minerals, 80 iron from them, so we are going to be having enough resources just using one civilian factories. And to get rid forever from the Nine Power Treaty, you can go down to this or this focus. Here you are going to be getting rid of the Nine Power Treaty, so this is going to be very late in the game. So just do what I said, make a deal with this guy when you puppet them, and you are ready to go. Army corruption. This is very bad because it will damage your attack and defense, but the most problematic is the attack, since you are not going to be able to do any offensive operation. You are going to just able to envelop and surround and defend, but not attack until you get rid of this. So how to solve this? Well, you need military experience and a focus. Let me show you the focus. It's on the military side. This one. Let me read here.
Unlocks army reform decisions.
Army reform decisions. This will enable the army reform decisions. You will find them here, down here, and you must fire that decision 3 times. Each time it will improve your attack and defense by 10%, and after 3 times your army will perform as normal. So this will take a while, and for doing that you need to gain a lot of military experience, and we are going to work that very soon. You also have inefficient bureaucracy that gives you minus 35 recruitable population. A lot on how to get rid of this. You need this focus or this focus. One of those will remove your inefficient bureaucracy, but you are going to be getting this very late, so you have to do with that malus for a long time. And finally, you have a special mechanic. This is called inflation. It can be low, medium, high, very high. And you have decisions that raise your inflation and some others that get it lower until you get it to 0. To get it rid from inflation forever, you should go down this path. Down here you will get some decisions that will appear in your decisions that will drop your inflation by 1 level each time you fire it. So now let's talk about the strategy. My favorite strategy is to get rid of communist China. Also you have good factories here, and since they are all China, you're going to get 100% of them, no resistance. To start a war with China, you should go down this path. This should be your first focus, second focus, and this one third focus. And down here, you will be able to start a war with China and Xinjiang.
Gains annex war goal against Xinjiang. Gains annex war goal against Communist China.
Perfect. This will give you a casus belli against Communist China, and also I strongly recommend you go after this one, and this will fire an event on all the warlords. The warlords are this one here, also this one here, Yunnan, this one here, Xibei Sanman, and this one here, and Xinjiang and Communist China are rebel warlords. What the event will do, they will transform all these nations into puppets, or it will give you a casus belli against them. But usually you will be getting 2 or 3 extra puppets. It will be great if you get this guy as puppet early on, but if you don't, you can annex them very fast before the Japanese attack you, and I'm going to explain how to do that if you can't attack, how to annex the puppets. To annex Communist China, what you should do is you should draw a line down here, very big like it is now. As you can see, I have a defensive line very deep into China, and they have just 8 divisions. If you try to attack here, it will be impossible because there is a river, a big river. They have mountain forts, and you have a huge penalty, so you're going to be stuck forever and with no results. So they will enter into China territory with only 8 units, and you're going to surround them, and then you're going to conquer their capital and game over. You're going to do the same with, for example, Wang Xiclique if they do not accept your demands to be your puppet. But before annexing the capital, try to engage all your units in combat, because that will give you XP, and XP will allow you to modernize your army and increase your doctrines, and you need a lot of XP. So attack, many units to one, use all your army, make it fight all the time before the Japanese arrive. Try to keep fighting until the Japanese start the war, so you have the maximum XP as possible. For this particular game, I went for a long run, so I did not build any military factories. I won the war using just these production lines. All you need is just 5 of rifles, 1 anti-air, 1 conventional artillery, 1 on trains. You're going to be needing a lot of trains later. And tanks, only 3 factories, and this will be your key for your victory. The tank is the interwar medium tank. Yes, the First World War, and I use just one experience point to add a heavy machine gun. Since the Japanese are going to attack in 37 and they do not use anti-tank, a tank from the World War I will be more than enough for defeating the Japanese. So now the war has started, and as you can see I have forces in all the ports, and I protect the places near the ports because the Japanese are going to try to cut this province from supplies. I also am going building railways to provide resources to my ports from land, because some ports like this one is still using transport and they are going to be attacked by the Japanese Navy. So build railways to every port and station in your ports and nearby. In the north we are going to hit this place with all they have, and as you can see this is the combat. They are not going to move me because I have the armor bonus in my units there. So I managed to equip 4 units, one each of them. They have the medium tank, and this is during the night. So as you can see now here, they deal 100 damage and they have armor bonus. So they are going to vaporize the enemy. I'm going to fast forward to show you what happens. And as you can see, they are still here. They try to keep moving, but no result. There is no way they can move you if you use those tanks there. Here is the same. I have just 1, no, 3, 4. Yes, I have plenty. And then you should check the production lines. And now I have 135, so I can equip 2 more divisions with this template. To do that, you just change your templates. Let's say that you want to change this one, and you select it and you change it to the template with the tank, and that's all. So let me show you the templates. This is the basic infantry that I replaced the original infantry to this one, 9 units. I'm not even training units, never needed to train, just transform what you have there on the field. Then we have the elite infantry that has the medium tank that I show you, very cheap, 1 artillery and another artillery and anti-air. This is all you need with this infantry unit, with this template. They are not going to be able to beat you. Just put 2 of these divisions in place and you have a fortress, and that's all. They have, for example, you're going to see this a lot. They are going to disembark, but as long as you control the ports, it's no problem. Just surround them, equip some units with your tanks and counterattack. You're going to be gaining experience very fast, and modernize your army with the decision modernize the army. Not sure if I have the focus yet. Well, I don't have the focus, but it will appear there and they will fire better and better. And let me show you stage 2. This is when you start growing faster, start adding more tanks to your template. So you just select, you copy the original template, this one, you copy this and you start adding tanks for your elite armor divisions. Once you stabilize the front, they cannot move you anymore, then concentrate on making just 2 divisions with this template. First 3 tanks, then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. As you add more tanks, the better. And I have just 2 of these divisions, now 39, and they are quite big and powerful, but just 2 divisions of those. And make them elite, so they get all the best weapons. And well, as you can see, they keep gaining experience. They are almost elite. One is crack and the other is elite. And also I design intermediate tanks. Then I designed the Wally 2 with an improved cannon that I had, the automatic cannon, and then the Buffalo that is the now that I'm using right now, that is moving at 6.4, because in the future I plan to replace my infantry with cavalry. So I use the medium howitzer, the 3-man turret, improve speed, diesel engine for reliability, some points in engines, and that's all. This is using the 38 template, and I think that you have enough for starting. If you have any question, I will be more than happy to answer you, and hope you have a great day and enjoy this great game. So see you the next. Bye bye.